there's no rule that says I have to let that little countdown go to 0. It's just there to give me a little peace before I get ready, and to make sure that the very beginning of when I talk doesn't get cut off. Anyways, my name's Eric. I'm making faces you can talk to, and let's demo some recent progress. I actually went pretty deep underneath the hood for all the code that persists changes to IndexedDB in this web app. And there's some code that follows a bit of a boilerplate between faces, spiels, speech, and projects. They're the type of object. Each of these tabs here, it's one screen, but it's also a type of object that is tracked and stored in the IndexedDB, which is browser persistent storage. And I went and looked at my code, and there were some bugs that made me think, these bugs are being caused by my design not being that great. And so I fixed some problems with the design. I fixed some bugs. I got new, open, and delete working. And I thought through edge cases too. Like if you delete a project, okay, so this is a project here. It has attached to it a spiel. This is like interactive dialogue, there can be blah, blah, blah. Oops. Yeah, just for now, it doesn't matter. I'm about ready to delete this. All right. So this is interactive dialogue, and it's got some other settings. There can be recorded audio associated with the spiel and the faces. Each project can have its own face definitions. So that all applies to the active project, which is called yellow. And this is a garbage project. I just created it just to try a few things out. I can delete it. Question is, after I click delete forever, where should it go next? If it stays on this screen, here, then it would need some other view, like no project active. But all these other screens expect a project to be active. All their operations are saying, like, let's do something with the active project. So either I had to make a new mode for all of these screens, the no project mode, or I could say after you delete a project, it's going to force you to either create a new project or open an existing one. So you have to, there's no cancel here. I can click away from it. No, it says just do one of these two things. And I'll just do, let's open a project. Let's open default, which is an actual project that has some real content in it. Open that project. Everything loads really fast too. That's the advantage of using this IndexedDB strategy or offline first approach. Okay, so now that's the active project, and it's did it? What? Looks like it did not load in the particular spiel that went along with it. Let's log a bug for that so I don't forget about it. No. Opening a new project does not does not clear screen, face and spiel content. I'm assuming spiels has a faces screen has the same problem. Let me write it more generically. Here's the repro steps. Writing a little letter to myself to come back to this later. One, the two projects, delete one of them from project screen. Open the other. No. More to that. Starting with two projects. Open first project. visit, spiel, and face screens. Delete first project. Start with 2 second project has a face and spiel. Okay. Delete first project from project screen. Open second project. Visit spiel screen. Unexpectedly show spiel content of first project instead of second. Didn't check, but probably true for faces and maybe speech screen. Okay. This would be a bug. Okay, but I'm not going to get off track. I'm going to go. If I come back in fresh. Yeah. Okay, that made sense. Okay, so if I go to projects and I say, I want to rename default. I can't yet. Oh, hiccups. I'm gonna hold my breath to get rid of my hiccups. Oh, I still got him. Damn it. Try one more time. If I can't get rid of him, I'm just going to go off stream. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so renaming. Let's do it on a different project. Let's do an orange. Okay, so I need to create a dialog to rename. That's the first step. I'll just reuse the one that is made for renaming spiels. No, not a style sheet. Rename project dialog. Okay. Get project names. Okay, so far so good. Now it should be all names, project names. Okay. So that's probably enough to get the dialog up. Oh, almost enough. And you also have to write the glue that opens it. See if we can get the dialogue showing. No, it's already not working. Let's make sure it's not a project reload thing. No, it's not working. Oh, because I didn't add the dialogue underneath. That is something that I have to do, or there's nothing to be displayed. No. What are the things you need? On cancel, non-submit. That's it. Yep. And let's just do a non-submit that does nothing for now. Okay. Well, that works. Okay, so we say rename. And let's try renaming it something stupid. Default. My stupid project. Well, that would work. Yellow. Orange. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. Now on to the harder part, which is actually renaming the project. The thing that makes it a little bit tricky is using like a NoSQL style of document storage here. So instead of having a normalized set of data where you would just change the display name of a project and the primary key would be some ID that doesn't have to change, the name of the project is the primary key, and it's part of the path where everything else is stored. So not only do I need to change the name of the project in the project file, but also I need to change the paths and keys of all the other contained documents inside of the project directory. I say directory, this is like a virtual directory system. This path store, this key value store inside of the WISP IndexedDB just contains the data for like a hierarchical set of virtual documents and folders, and each one of these rows is a key value set, but it also has enough information that could be used to generate a file in an archive. So there's a MIME type, which indicates, like the file extension and how the data should be considered. And there's a path where the file will get stored at inside of the archive. And there's the last modified date, kind of like a file. And there's a created date. Anyways, there's stuff. All these things will export into a zip file and follow the same path. But I have to fix this project's default, or whatever the thing is, to rename at the key level and the path level. And let's do it. Go bottom up on this one. Let's go to projects. Let's see if I've got anything here for rename. I don't have anything for rename project, so let's just make it. Export async function. Rename project. Yeah. But we can also do next project name string, and then let's do, yeah. Okay, I think I did something like this already. Let me find my pattern that I already used. So this should be a delete spiel. So like, let's see, rename. Okay, let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, so it was rename key, rename spiel references in project. This is what I did last time. So this is probably the thing to check. Oh, that's in projects. Yeah. All right, let's just take this. I don't know if this really makes that much sense to me. How does it? Oh, that's not renaming all of the. Okay, I got it. That's not the right pattern. I think it probably is more like this one. Okay. Wait, get all keys for project. And then I could just use the rename key function, but I want some kind of batch version of it. So let's go look at path store. Okay. Oh. Oh yeah. I can rename the project key. I can do that. So I don't need to call this. I can just say, let's see, I need project key. It's going to be a fill template. Yeah. Const next project key. Yep. Then await. Yep. Okay, this might go real fast. Okay, so that's the persistence layer. Let me check out the fill template, or the template that's going to be used by it. Key paths, project key template. Yeah, you just do that. Project name, project. Okay, that's correct. Okay, then under file interactions, I'll have to do something there. Let's do it that way. And I think I agree with everything there. This is nonsense. Await, rename project. And this will pass in new project name and project name. Change this to current project name. Do I need to clear anything? I don't need to. I'm only renaming, so I don't need to do anything with the revisions. Don't need to do anything with the spiel names. Do need to set the document name. I will have to go to no, I don't, because as soon as I set active project, that'll fix anything related to the project file having the wrong stuff in it. That might be enough. Say project, no, document name, new project name, set modal dialog, and then let's get you imported. Let's see, what's the expected? Current new set modal set document name. But feels like I've gotten a little bit sloppy here because I'm depending upon this call to be made for data integrity to be retained, and rename project should handle that. None of these persistence layer functions should ever leave data in a inconsistent state. So there's rename the key, then there's let's see, let's look at what gets done in set active project. Wait, set project screen settings. Basically, all this stuff here is great. So I could just call set active project inside of here. That will fix up everything, keep my data integrity. All right. So back to file interactions. Do I need set active project? I don't. Okay. Okay. Checking for cluttered imports. Yeah. Okay, that's all fine. A nice thing is I'm getting to the end of my persistence layer updates, and the level of complexity in them has not gotten too bad. So projects is one of the more complicated ones. It's got 176 lines of code. Spiels, yeah, 75. Probably projects is the most complicated one. Speech, yeah, about as complicated as projects, but not bad. Path store, that's on the edge of too much. Conceptually, is there any useful way to break it down? Could move like these functions into like another tier, like utility functions, but just don't automatically refactor just because a file is large. There needs to be some kind of conceptual boundaries that actually allow a person to find the functionality more readily. So, like, I can't offhand think of a good way to break this out into separate concepts. Yeah, it would be pretty arbitrary. Read and write, maybe. Read and write wouldn't be bad. Read, write, and core. And I could probably get them all at least under 150 lines. But it just doesn't quite seem worth it. Faces, house faces. Pretty good. Import, export. Really small. One function. Key paths. There's some stuff that's not used. Let's just delete that. Okay. I like seeing that all of these declarations are used. MIME types, that's pretty simple. Fine. Alright, let's test out this delete. I think I'm procrastinating it. There's a good chance it'll expose some ugly little bug. Since I've got that low confidence feeling, let's just walk through it. Let's walk through it in the debugger. Projects, persistence layer here. Okay. So we got orange. Does orange have a spiel? Let's call it this. Orange spiel. Faces. Orange face. And skin tone. I can't really make it orange. Give you orange hair. You ginger man. You Andrew Santino man. Okay, let's just add more. It's not easy being orange. Okay. Right. So now, if I go to faces, we've got this guy. Let's call him orange. Okay. Rename. Spiels. Speech. Let's record some speech. It's not easy being orange. Boom. Yeah, finalize it. It's not easy being orange. Okay. Faces. Spiels. It's not easy being orange. Okay, so now it's time to delete this project. What am I looking for? I want to see all of the records for orange get deleted. And you can see them all here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orange records. Or actually, I don't want them to be deleted. I want them to be renamed. When we're done, it should be 13 records, entries, and these 5 should get renamed to something different. So, let's see. Orange. Time for orange. Okay, so rename that. Now we're at the breakpoint. Okay, I'm just going to check variables and make sure they are having expected values. New project name should be time for orange. Current project name should just be lowercase orange. Yep. So we will see how well this works. Okay. Current project key. It should be projects orange project. Yep. Next one should be projects time for orange project. Yep. Then we rename the key. Now I'm going to step into it just to. So I haven't looked at this too close. It's kind of a scary function. It does a lot of work. Okay, so there's. Get in the database. Replace records using new key. Replace record. Okay. So that will make. Okay. So here's the existing record. It's going to change the key and the path. Okay. Okay, it's just going to add a new record and delete the old one. Ooh, I do know if I wanted to break up path store what a good division would be, now that I think about it. There'd be these functions that I have them all underscored, but they tend to correlate this way. The functions that get past a transaction or an open database or some other IndexedDB stuff, those are in one module. The top level functions, which open the database and create transactions, those would be in a separate module. That would be a decent way to organize them. Okay. All right, so then we replace the top level record. Then we have to get current descendant path, which is going to be the same as the current key. Yeah, so it says I want to look at every record that matches that path. Then we escape, so we can use it as a regex. Okay, we got the regex there. Okay. Descendant keys. I'm expecting 5 of them. Or 4, actually. I expect 4. Ooh, I got none. Don't know what to think about that. Oh, you know what it is? This is a case where I need to back up. I have to back up. And what I mean is instead of using the key as the start of the path, I need to take this first 2. Yeah, it's a special case. Because of the project needing a file That's inside. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this differently. So this is gonna fail to rename any of the descendants. But other than that, it was successful. We'll set the active project name to the time for orange. Alright, so what I would expect from that run with the error that I saw was that project is renamed. It is. Spiels is empty. I expected that, but it wasn't true. That's because I don't have the other bug that I have of the other screens not refreshing is disguising the bug of those records not being renamed. So I'm pretty sure if I go to application, I'm going to still see after refreshing, yeah, orange, 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 orange. Okay. So I know what I need to do though. It's just a question of like, what's the way to write a clean contract to do it, so it's not just a big old hack. So we say rename key. Okay, I think I got it. So rename the key, and that won't do all the work we need. We also need to get const project path key. It doesn't seem quite right, but let's do project path. Down here we need rename path. Key path, project key template. Let's do project path template. Okay. Import that. Let's go do rename paths, which Current path. Next descendant path is just going to be next path. Okay, do promises push, boom, okay. So I think if I've got all that, then I can probably refactor this next part down here. I could do boom, 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 and we can do return, await, rename, path. I suspect that'll do it. And I suppose I could just pass these in. That's fine. It's fine as it is. Okay. The other thing I could do, I can do this. Async function. This is good. It'll keep it all in one transaction. Rename path. We'll do DB. Come on, IDB. Come on, you should know. You should know. Okay, and then it's going to be current path, next path, and then everything here. Okay, and then here we just return rename path. And yeah, that stuff. And then here return rename path db. Okay, that's not too bad. That's pretty dry. I don't know what all these are. Unused. Yeah, those are like symmetrical ads. I feel like they might be used later. Get all keys, is that useful? It might be. Rename path. This will get called real soon. Okay, so then we go to projects and we say we're going to rename the path here. Okay. So come on to projects. Let's rename this back the way it was. It will allow me to pick up those other records. time for orange. Orange project. Okay. And okay, and then project path. So this should be time for orange. Ooh, it doesn't have the little dot on the end. Okay, so I think that might cause an issue. Yeah, caused an issue. What's the regex? Oh, except there aren't any files. There aren't any there yet. Okay. There aren't any descendant keys that would match yet, because I was unsuccessful in renaming them previously. Okay, so that's fine. So what I should have after this is all of these guys matching. Let's see if that's true or not. Yeah, so we lost the speech because there's a cleanup thing that'll delete them, but we have the faces and spiels back. Just to test this properly, let's go to speech and record this again. It's not easy being orange. Okay, there we go. So now we should get back to having 5 records. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now let's rename it again. Oh, except I identified a bug that I can fix. Project path template, let's give it one more of these guys. Okay, and then we'll rename it to time for orange again. Okay, let's see how it did. That looks right. So this stuff's looking good. Yep, time for orange, time for orange. Okay. It's not easy being orange. Okay, that works just fine. Let's rename a spiel just to make sure I didn't regress something. The orange song. Okay. So what I'm expecting is orange spiel to get renamed as along with these two here. And also in the projects file, or project settings, project screen settings file, I want the active project name. No. What is the thing I'm looking for? So there should be Oh, it would be under the project file here. Yeah, so I want that to rename as well. Okay, so let's refresh and see what actually happened. Yeah, the orange song, the orange song, the orange song. And I haven't regressed. Let's look at the project file. That's just fine. Okay. So that's a completed feature. Let's go ahead and commit that. Okay, let's go look at the issues. This is done. Rename the project is done. This one I could do. This one I could do. That's about the right amount of time. Let's see. So, a good place to put that. I need a version to be stored in the project file. Or which file exactly? Let me think about that. It should be the projects file. So in this text here, no, not there. Here. That would be the place to put a version. Just thinking about my versioning a little bit. So the version that's associated with a file, should it just be the same version of WISP? Or do I want discrete version numbers? Let's plan this out a little bit. Version Rex. Things I want to work. to have. I'm thinking about that last one. Also, I got the hiccups again. Oh, god damn these fucking hiccups. Okay, the hiccups are bugging me. I'm going off stream. They'll bug me less when I don't feel an obligation to talk, and I think the talking is actually causing the hiccups. Something about my posture combined with speaking messes up my breathing a little bit. So I'm going to stop streaming right here. Oh, goddamn those hiccups. Alright, stopping the stream.